You guys will not believe it. I have a new macro. Alright, what's good? It's Worm. In today's video, I have yet another new macro for you guys. Now, if you guys weren't aware, they actually patched my old macro by, get this, removing the barrels. Who could have seen this coming? The funny thing is, though, the old macro still works, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So, in order to run the new macro, there's two ways you could do it now. Technically three, but I'll get to that method later. The first two ways you can do it are pretty much very simple and actually require little to no setup. The first method uses the mine shaft. So if you guys want to see how this version of the macro works, I will show you as a quick example. I will activate the pillar and start running over this direction. Once we run over to this direction, all we have to do is go to the bottom of the mine shaft and stand right here. Once we stand right here, all we have to do is point and click at the top of the ladder over and over again. And that's literally it. So just by standing in this spot and throwing at the ladder, the macro works the exact same. No barrels, no tree required, just standing in this one spot and throwing pumpkins. That's it. Now I do want to say this method does work pretty well, but it is slightly slow because it does rely on the fact that they have to get a little bit closer to you. But besides that, the macro does work pretty well. It can be a little inconsistent at times, but the macro will just repeat itself if it does fail. So it is still pretty good. And with that, we'll get on to the second method. Now, the second method is actually pretty similar to the first, except instead of going into the mines, we actually go underneath the floor. This method was originally found by Mike Pike the first day of the event, and it was actually really cool. There are three ways you can get under the map: Formless, Lightning Assault, and Shadow Travel. These three methods allow you to get under the map and start throwing pumpkins at the skippers above you. It's really good and very consistent because they will never be able to hit you ever. The only issue with both of these methods is they both require 2 accounts, as unfortunately these are kind of the only 2 methods available right now. I will say, if you guys are interested in a method in the future, I will be making a new solo method available for my boosters and channel members. And that gets us onto our channel members. I want to give a big thanks to Sai_CG, Jonathan Wade, Snow, John Goog, Impity, Potato God, Tiny Potato Lord, Gaborni, and User Already Known. Not only that, I want to give a massive thanks to Caddy Mesa, Sapro, and Zant. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you guys so much for your generous donations. You have no idea how much it means to me. But besides that, that's all there really is to these 2 new macros. Well, that. If you guys need help setting up the macro, feel free to reference my first video where I actually show how these macros work, how to set them up, and so on. Well, with that, I hope you all have a great day.